Welcome back to Classic Firearms. I'm Brandon, and this is the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Carry Comp. It is the metal version of the gun. So, I don't want to throw that one on the ground because there's stuff in that box, and we're going to talk about that later. But what you're getting here is a 4.22-inch barrel with a compensator on the end. And of course, like I said before, this gun is all metal. So if you're in the market for a fully featured carry pistol, let's dive into what makes this one stand out from the rest. Starting up front, you can see exactly how that is compensated. You can see there's a porting on that barrel, and of course on that slide as well. There's even some cuts, some lightning cuts on the left and right side of the pistol slide itself to help those gases escape pretty much anywhere but down. So it'll help you keep, of course, push that barrel down every time you fire it. Overall, a pretty cool design. An intriguing portion of this Smith & Wesson is that the bottom portion of this pistol is going to be aluminum, but maintains that same weight of the polymer version. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but let's finish up with that slide. You can see up front you have a night vision front sight. It is, of course, you can see it at night, and it's very visible during the day. Those rear sights are blacked out and kind of U-shaped, so finding your target downrange will be very easy. Beyond that, we also have an optics cut. With it being an optic-ready pistol, they do actually provide a couple of different plates in the box, which is quite nice. We'll get to what comes in the box a little bit later as well, but they do come with different plates right away. Falling back just a little bit farther from the optics plate, you can see that we do have some rear slide serrations, and what's nice, the styling on this pistol is done very well. It matches front to back, and you even have a lightning cut up top of the slide as well. Overall, just very well thought through, very well done. Now, let's get to the bottom portion of this pistol. Up front, you can see that we have a Picatinny rail with 3 crossbar slots, so putting most of those lights and lasers that you're going to want to on here is going to be fairly easy. You do have ambi slide releases, so on either side you can see there is a little bit of a notched slide release that actually does come out of the pistol a little bit more than you might expect, which makes it very easy to grip and to pull. Now that slide release is bowed out a little bit like I mentioned before, but it has a nice texturing on it as well, and it is easy to catch no matter if you are right-handed or left-handed. As you can tell, I'm not necessarily a left-handed shooter. I should practice that a little bit more. Now, onto the aluminum portion a little bit more. You can see the texturing on here is very smooth. It actually, I'm not sure how well that'll come across camera, but it feels very nice in the hand. But the back strap and the front strap here are very aggressively textured. I mean, it's so aggressive, in fact, it may start to tear up your hands, if you have soft hands, that is. Moving forward, the most interesting fact about this particular pistol is that the aluminum version weighs almost the same as the polymer version of the same pistol. So this one weighs 28.10 ounces, and I wrote it down just to make sure I didn't forget, the polymer version weighs 25.4 ounces. That's pretty crazy. You're not talking a ton different here between the metal and the polymer version. That's a huge win for an aluminum pistol. You get a little more rigidity, a little more security than you might with polymer. Now, moving on, that trigger. Just to show you, we do have 17 round magazines. It does come with 2 of those, which we'll show you what comes in the box in a second, because there is a pretty good amount of things in the box. Now, before we get to that trigger, I did just want to show you as well, we are clear. We clear every gun before we ever film a video. It's just part of the practice. So I just want to make sure that you see that I did clear it. There's nothing in the magazine. Moving on. That trigger, you do have a trigger safety, which is nice. You do have a little bit of take up there, and then you pull through. You get to almost that 90 degree, not quite, and then you pull through it for a bang. Now, that did feel nice and crisp. You can then remove your finger just a little bit, and then there is the reset, very soft reset. But then you hit that wall, you can stage it there, and bang once more. Overall, the trigger feels good. This is definitely more of like a duty style trigger. It's not super heavy, but it's also not light. You're probably talking right around 5 pounds of a trigger pull there. There is a little bit of take up there, which will allow you to stage that trigger just before that pull. Very predictable, very good trigger. Now, onto what comes in the box. Let me go grab that. It's right here. Again, we do have those plates that come with it, so depending on what type of optic you would like to put on there, you do have that option. You have a second 17 round magazine, so again, the capacity of this pistol is 17 plus 1, and you do have a variety of different back straps depending on exactly what you're looking for. We have the small one on here. I put it on there because, well, I have smaller hands and I wanted to see how hard or easy it was. Fun fact, when you actually go to take out that rear grip, and we're going to cut so I can show you, to this next portion. The bottom portion of this is actually also a punch, which is just kind of a nice little tool to have. Kind of interesting. It goes right in here. You twist that, pull it out, and it actually is a little bit of a punch, which is nice. That being said, I do appreciate thoughtful features, and they did think through this pistol pretty well. Another thing that comes in the box, a Smith & Wesson sticker, in case you needed one of those. But there is a small cleaning kit as well. It is nice and compact, but it does come with most of the things you're gonna need. You have a variety of brass cleaners. You have a brush. You also have some cotton swabs to get you started, and of course, a tool to clean out the barrel as well. So with that being said, let's move on to the review portion. In a review, in case you missed something or in case I missed something, you have a 4.22-inch barrel and a comped one at that. The pistol weighs 28.10 ounces. Unloaded, of course, comes with two 17-round magazines. The slide portion is stainless steel, while the bottom portion of the pistol is aluminum. The overall length of the pistol is 7.25 ounces. You have a night vision sight, and it is optics cut with removable back straps, and you have a pretty good amount of options of those as well. So if you have any experiences with the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Carry Comp pistol, please leave a review down below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless. Stay safe. It is time to end. Now, I want to go shoot this thing.